Hello and welcome to Alina Crochets. Hello to my new and returning subscribers and viewers. For this month of February, I thought I would share with you some Valentine's stuff, some stuff from Black History Month, and my trip to Vogue knitting. So Vogue knitting was really exciting. It was different because it didn't have as many fashion shows as I had in the past, but I still enjoyed the day. I went Saturday and Sunday, and the New York City Crochet Guild had its own table. So I sat there, and I will show you some pictures from there in which they showcased my Barbie crochet dress because their theme was Barbie. So I was glad that I was able to participate in dressing the mannequin. So here are the pictures here from that day with Vogue knitting in the New York City Crochet table. Enjoyed taking a peek at Vogue knitting, and hopefully next year you're able to attend. It's very exciting. You get to buy new yarns and look at different yarns, and they even had a place where you could wind your yarn if it came on a skein. So some of the yarns that I picked up from Vogue were this yarn from Katia, Carol Color. And I just loved it because it had a variety of colors and yarns mixed in. So I had to try it. So here's how it came up in one ball. And so I think what I'll do is finish it in either the beige or try to find the blue to mix it up. So I'll do one for the front and then one for the back. But I just love the way the colors worked up. I thought it was a little, when I bought it, I thought it was a little bit more yardage than what it was. This ended up being 174 yards, and I was thinking it was 300 yards because I probably wouldn't have purchased it if I had checked the yardage again. Because I had one yarn in my hand that was 300, thinking this was the same, and it wasn't. But this is how the yarn works up in crochet. Another yarn that I picked up was from the RMR yarn company, and this one is Lucia, and this is 85% extra fine merino and 50% nylon. So what I decided to do is I got a few of these, and the yardage on these are, hold on, I think 50, it doesn't say. I think it was 50 or not 50. I think it was 100 and something yards. Oh, I'm sorry. It's right here, 87 yards. So I picked up these. And I'm going to mix and match them to make a top. I think the colors are pretty. This one has the metallic in it, so I'm going to mix it with the white and the aqua. So one more yarn that I picked up was this one from Haynes House. And it's by an African-American woman and her husband. I can't think of her name right off the bat, but I'll list it down there. And so this one is 100% superwash merino, 400 yards. So you could put this in a wash. But I had another one that was called Firecracker, and I thought this was close to the color, so I decided to get this one to make a little top, lacy top with this one. And it should be enough for the front and then the other one for the back. And I should have a little bit more for a little cap sleeve to create it. So again, it's Haynes House Yarns. So to celebrate this episode, I thought I would wear my Valentine's Day sweater since this is the month of February. So here's the sweater here. And I did tapestry crochet with the hearts. As you can see, I did the hearts in red and in white. And then I surrounded the sweater with various red yarns. So some are the boucle yarn here. And then I have the white, the red, and more boucle. And then what I did is I added a lacy stitch. So I love my shells, and I completed the sleeve. And you can see the variety of reds that I used in the sweater. And then on the side I did stripes, and then on the back you can see I put 3 more hearts. And I think it came out nice. You know, I always pull it out once a year to wear it. And I decided to make something else this year to wear, but I wanted to showcase this sweater one more time. Some finished items that I completed. In January, I went to a stepping event in Virginia, and I wanted to create a dress. So I decided to use this blue and white yarn that was given to me by one of the crochet members. She was cleaning out her yarn stash, and this was like 400 to 800 yards of blue and white yarn. So I decided to make a dress, and here's the dress here. With the blue and white. And I tried to mix and match the patterns. You know, I tried to use single crochet, double crochet. I used the granny square stitch here. And this is the back. So the back had an opening. One second. The back had an opening. And then this is the front. And then again, it did the zigzag on its own. But I used the shell stitch here, single and double, the granny square, and I alternated the stitches. So granny, single, shell, single, double, granny, all the way till I finished. And I needed a little pop to the dress because by itself the blue was a little plain. So I decided to add some fur yarn that I had in my stash. And then what I did is I also had some blue yarn because I ran out of the blue and white yarn once I completed the front and the back. I had some blue yarn that had these sequins on them. So I decided to add that to border the sleeves and then the side, as you can see. And then the other sleeve I did too. So it came out nice. It just didn't have, I think, enough of the sequins. I should have added more of the sequins to the dress. And I'll show you the pictures of me wearing it in the front and the back. But it came out pretty nice. I like the way it fitted. And I love the way the back had the opening. The next top I created was for a stepping event I was going to. And I was wearing all black. And I just wanted a simple top. It was going to be warm that day. So I decided that I would make a granny square top. And this is it here with 2 granny squares together. And then I just added the straps after I connected the granny squares. But what I did for the granny squares, I did like a string through it so I could tie it up. So all I did was like a chain 200. And then instead of sewing the sides up, I just weave the chain strap through it. And I did it on this side too. And I think it came out really cute for the evening event. And the yarn has metallic. And then I added a nice little charm to it, a dragonfly. And that just to me brought out more of the sparkle in the yarn with the dragonfly here. So the yarn that I used was, one second, this Mainstay Sparkle acrylic yarn and Rose Fume. And I had 2 balls of this, and so this is the leftover from the second ball. I didn't want to make the top too long. I wanted it a little cropped, not to go too far down. And now I'm working on some new tops. And one of the tops I'm working on is for February 14th, and it will be completed for Valentine's Day, is this heart top. This is the front, and I'm still working on the back. And what I did is, this is the light purple is the 1 pound Karen yarn. And then I had, I love this yarn in purple grandiate. And this is the yarn here. It's striped differently. That's how the yarn came. And this is how much I'll have left over after I completed the heart and the sides. But I love the way it came out. I love the way the shades changed in the heart, going from dark to light. And again, I didn't want a long top, so this is going to be like cropped a little below my waist. just so that I can put a shirt underneath and the shirt underneath can show a little bit. I kind of like that style, and it looks nice with the short top. And again, when you're wearing it to work, because they have heat, you don't want to wear something too heavy. So these tops without the sleeves are the perfect wearable for work and to celebrate Valentine's Day. So the next top that I'm working on is a top from a class that I took with Shannon Mullet-Bowlesby. He taught this class trellis cables for the New York City Crochet Guild. And I had a sample from the class, and I had never finished it, never created a top, never created whatever I wanted to make with it. So when I saw the little sample still there, I decided that I would finish it. And because the yarn was still connected, I didn't have to go looking for the yarn for the front. This is what I finished. So these cables are pretty easy. You just have to work the front and the back. But I think it came out nice. And I didn't want to lose this part and take it out. But then again, I didn't want to continue up the cables. So then I just added single crochet and double crochet to complete the top. But when I finished the front, I didn't have any more of this yarn. And this yarn is hard to match unless you take it with you. So what I decided to do was support Toni Lipsy. She had created this yarn with Hobie called Happy Place. And it had so this is the blue, but the green is the one I used on the back. And this yarn was so nice to work with. It was nice and soft. It slid through your hooks. You didn't have any problems. And this yarn is 50% cotton and 50% wool. And I just love it. So I had 3 balls of the green yarn. And I decided that I would make sleeves to go with the top. So again, here's the yarn. If you get a chance, just buy it to try it because it is really nice. And again, she's an African-American woman, so I'm supporting her for Black History Month. And it's a wonderful product. So this is, again, this is the top. This is the front. And then this is the back. I just love the way it came out with single and double crochet. And what I did is I created the sleeves, so I have to connect them. And then, so for the sleeves, I had seen this video, I believe by AC Crochets, in which she used half double crochet but slip stitch to make this ridge stitch. What happened is it was hard to do a half double crochet slip stitch with my hook. It was just difficult. So I just changed it to a half double crochet in the back loop only. And then when I got to the band, I just switched to a single crochet. And I think the sleeve came out nice in that stitch. So I will use it again. And then I went up to a certain point, and then once that was completed, I just turned it this way and did single and double crochet. And then because the top has a set-in sleeve here, I decided that I would add an extra piece on top of the sleeve to compensate for the set-in sleeve. So you can see that I added this extra piece here. And I'll show you in the next video the completed top all connected. But again, I wanted a little crop top. You know, because you could wear it under a t-shirt, put the sweater there, and then have the t-shirt with your jeans hanging. I think that is so cute because I'm not going to wear a crop top with my stomach showing. So this is a way I can do a crop top and then wear a shirt underneath. And this green here, I believe was Vanna's, what is that thing? Vanna's White's yarn by Lion Brand. I'll put the name here. But again, that yarn had been discontinued, so there was no way I was going to find it. So what I decided to do, instead of going with a green lighter than this, I decided to go with the dark green because I had ordered the yarn. Because I just wanted to support Toni Lipsy and her new yarn. And so I just decided to put that yarn there. So one is like a 2-ply and one second. I'm sorry. The green is a 3-ply. The back is a 3-ply yarn. And then this one is a 4-ply. But I just love the way the cables came out. I just love doing crochet cables. As you can see, I have this top here, sorry, this sweater here that I did in all orange. And these are like cable stitches that I created on the front. And then I made the rest of the sweater in simple single and double crochet. That sweater particularly came from this book, Crochet. As you can see, it's on the front. But I didn't want this cable all over the sweater. I just wanted to put it on a front panel and then surround it with simple stitches so that this could show out more than just being surrounded with the cables. And this one came from Inside Crochet. I'm going to tell you the thing in a minute. Issue 109. That concludes this episode. Thank you for watching. And hopefully you create something for Valentine's Day, for Black History Month. And remember, no yarn is off limits when crocheting. Have a wonderful day.